All right, welcome back to Tarqaron, another monthly movie night.
Yeah,
Monthly movie
here we go.
night.
Monthly movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was my turn to pick this time around. I chose Alita: Battle Angel, which is
Yes.
a 2019 film based on the manga series Battle Angel Alita. I don't know why they decided to. I guess they figured having her name be the front and center flows
Mm-hmm.
off a little bit better than Battle
Yeah,
Angel Alita,
it does kind of.
which it does a little bit, but yeah. So it's a movie I think I saw 4 times in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
um I hadn't really seen it. I think I maybe saw it once when it came onto home release, but I hadn't actually seen it probably since 2019. So it was kind of nice to come back to this because it had been a while since I'd seen it. um and it's a movie that I love very, very much. So it was kind of nice to come back and revisit it. And yeah. So, well, I'm sure we'll have a discussion. It's a film it's not everybody's cup of tea. It is very much my cup of tea. I love it very much, but I wanted to share it with Zach, see what he thought about it, and we can talk about it.
All right, and we start everything with our gut check, which is our score out of 10 coming into the review. After we discuss, we lock in our scores at the end. All right, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Flip. 6.5.
Yeah, I have a 9.5.
I am
You
the one.
seriously?
I am the others.
Yeah, yeah. 9.5. This is
That's
a little
crazy.
too generous.
That's
It's a little
crazy.
too generous, but this movie is phenomenal. And
It,
I will. I know. I will take all. I will take all criticisms. It's not a perfect movie. 9.5 is actually is too high for it. It's not a perfect movie. I have my own issues with it. I think that I think it's maybe a little rushed. In terms of how it meets out some of the plot points, but I do feel upon rewatching it, I actually really felt that the Hugo and Alita relationship was a lot more solidified. I felt than I think I remembered. I
Mhm.
was like, oh, there's like a lot of scenes of them just like going around doing stuff together. That's great. I love that.
We love that for them.
And I don't think Hugo's performance is the best, but because Rosa Salazar just like is phenomenal as Alita, you kind of care about that relationship because of her performance.
Mhm.
I think is that sort of rescues it for me. But I don't know. There's other little nitpicks that I have about it, but overall, I really loved this movie, and I loved it again. Watching it again, I
Okay.
was just like I was getting right back into it. So yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to like it. It just didn't really work for me. I mean, it just felt after I watched it, I was like that felt very mid to me. That's my was my impression,
Oh.
and also I was she scares me.
You kind of here's the thing, you kind of like you sort of forget about it like within a couple minutes of the
I never
movie
forgot.
starting though.
I never forgot. That's all I
No.
could. That's all I looked at the whole time
The
was these
effect,
big
I think the
eyes.
effect is great though. It's such a good, I think it works really
But it's
well.
so uncanny
Here's the
valley.
thing.
It's like
No, Uncanny Valley is not that's the incorrect usage of the term. It maybe it's because she's not supposed to look human. She's supposed to look othering, like othering. I mean, she is supposed to look different than other
yeah.
people. Like that's why everyone even seeing her like notices that she looks different than even other cyborgs.
But it's the
Um
natural reaction to when you see a face that's supposed to, it's like got human features, but it just exaggerates just the eyes, and it's just off putting. But you know, I just never got it when they were talking about how she's got the face of an angel, but she fights like a warrior. Was that what it was?
yeah,
Something like that. I was like, oh, that's not
she's a
the
battle
face of an
angel.
angel. That's like a face of a devil to me. There's something wrong.
She's no, she's
Oh
lovely.
my
Rosa
god,
Salazar has a beautiful face.
that's not Rosa Salazar though. that's
It does. It looks
that's
a lot like her.
the
Yes.
eyes
Okay. They did
do
a
a
lot of,
lot.
yeah. They
That
do a lot.
affects
They
a
do a
lot.
lot of tooling around with it, especially with the eyes.
But
But
if you see
like
Rosa Salazar on the
they,
street versus you see Alita on the street, is a different vibe. It did not give
yeah.
cute to me. I don't know. It is not like so
Okay.
precious, but um, I don't know. Some of the writing I wasn't a fan of. Like I don't know. And then the like you said with Hugo and that relationship didn't do
Mm,
much for me. And it was kind of like I know it's based on a manga, so I don't know. It
mm.
gave me like young adult movie vibes. Is kind of what I got from some of it. I don't know if that's
Yeah, I mean, it's I would say that like it's a pretty faithful adaptation, I would say. Like to the point where like this was a passion project of James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez. Like James Cameron
yeah. I did
had
hear
been
that.
trying to like get this movie made for like the longest time, but he just couldn't like he couldn't like really reconcile it. And then Robert Rodriguez came along, he like tooled the script around a little bit and was like, here's something that's like a little bit more digestible and filmable, is not like dense or overly packed. And I think they whittled down all of the elements to what you need to for a movie. Um, and it's clear that they're obviously setting up for a trilogy. It's a
That's what I was gonna
trilogy
say.
that they still have plans to make.
Okay.
Even after 20th Century Fox was acquired by Disney, both Cameron and Rodriguez have talked about that they still want to make it. They hear the Alita Army; they're the very loyal fans of this movie,
Hmm.
and they still want to make it. They still have plans to make it with Rosa Salazar. I hope that James Cameron can just take a break, because like the technology, he builds this technology to make his Avatar movies, but it's like the technology is also building, he's using in like this, like he used it for this too. Um, so I hope that like, especially because this is a passion project, like you're gonna make billions of dollars making Avatar, because those just generate money. It's like you don't have to make as big of a ROI on Lita if it's something that you are genuinely passionate about. I think
Hmm.
that's my. I mean, I'm just Joe Schmo down here on the
Right.
streets. Alita, maybe I think broke even, maybe made a little money. I would say particularly in like Blu-ray sales. I remember like I think I bought like three different copies of the Blu-ray. I bought like the Blu-ray, I bought like the Steelbook, and then I bought the 4K
Wow.
version of it. Like I'm a diehard of this movie. So um yeah. But no, I agree that there's some of the dialogue is a little, there are times where it's like it's a little on the hokey side. I think some of that might just simply be Robert Rodriguez. He can make things a little hokey
Hmm.
at times. Uh, though the like the like give you my heart, that is like straight out of the manga. Like
Right.
that scene of her doing that is like right out of the manga. So it's like
It
there's there's bits and pieces of it that
was
like the
very
manga's a little
extra.
bit has a little bit of it.
She literally held
Yeah,
out her heart.
even yeah, she even was like, that was a sorry, that was a little intense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say
I love
that
that scene.
one of the bigger detractors for me is that because they're so clearly setting up for it to be a series, doesn't feel very satisfying in the end either. Because it's like
Mm.
it's not super self-contained. It's like very much a lot of setup, and then like you don't even really see the villain till the very end, and then nothing. It's just like a declaration of war, credits, and it's like, all right, 6 years later, here we are, we're waiting. So
That is basically the end of. So there's 6 volumes of the manga. That is basically the end of volume 2, though, more or
mm,
less. I think they do it. It's like it is and it isn't. Like the final scene on sort of the cable going up to Zalem. That's like what the last thing. All that stuff that happens there. That's the last thing that happens in volume 2, from memory, anyway. And then they skipped ahead to like when she's actually like you know, she's doing stuff. She's a motorball player,
motorball.
a pro.
Motorball's right up there with
So
what's the Final Fantasy X sport, the
blitzball,
blitzball. Yeah.
yeah. But okay, so maybe some of that stuff is like. But what do you feel about the action? The action is like, I think is like one of the best parts of the movie. I
Yeah,
think the action is spectacular.
that's definitely the best part of it. You know,
Yeah,
the action, the choreography, like that's fun.
yeah.
That's fun. When she slices her tear in half, my
It's
favorite.
resolve. You know, you get resolve.
That was
That's for the end.
crazy. I'm
You
like,
don't
this
work
is
for
so
that.
unserious. She just slow mo sliced her tear in half, just for the heck of it. That was wild. But in general, yeah, the action is fun. That's the most fun there is. And I liked when, first of all, Hugo's kind of a piece of shit, right? Like uh,
Yeah, a little bit,
what was the
a little
quote he
bit.
said?
He's
He's like,
jacking
we
cyborgs.
never killed anyone. We just paralyzed and stripped them. That's all. That's all. We just paralyzed and stripped them. That's it. Like, ain't that bad.
Well, I mean, they don't want to kill them. They just want to take their parts because the ends justify the means
Sure,
in this world.
sure.
So
But then I liked when his buddy got cut in half, just casually cut in
that was
half.
pretty
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, just like yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Zapan. Zapan is awesome. He's just a bitch, and I love him. Like
right.
he's one of my favorite characters in the manga because I actually read the first 2 or 3 volumes of the manga before I saw this. He's one of my favorites in there, and he's great here too. He's just such an asshole. Uh, Gruishka is really great too. Very menacing, hulking. I love the performances of both those actors. I think it's a Jackie Earl Haley. I think is Gruishka, and he's just great at playing like monstrous people. Like he's just great. He's great at
You
that. I
too
think he was
far
great
with the dog
in that
though.
role too.
Went too far killing that dog. It's like
Oh yeah, that was messed up. I was like, how dare you?
it's like it's like, oh, I was rooting for that guy until he killed the dog. Then that was it. It's like it's funny because it's like you already don't like the guy. It's like I didn't need any
Yeah.
convincing. It's just like, let me kill this dog too, and then all right, I'm gonna smear the dog's blood in war paint.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't mourn that dog enough for my liking. She just went right into this is war. Got a dead dog on the floor. It was messed up. It's messed up.
I will not stand by in the presence of evil.
That's right. I didn't like that she called Zapan a loudmouth pretty boy though. I'm like, is he's a pretty boy? I can't tell. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's he's a handsome dude.
I guess. But it was like
He's a
it's supposed to
handsome
be this
dude.
intense altercation. She's like, for a loudmouth pretty boy. And I just didn't I don't know what it is. I didn't like when we got close on her face. It was very off putting to me. It was like every time we had the extreme close ups, it was too much. It was distracting for me. But um yeah. Also, did you pick this movie because there's a guy named Josh again in it? It's very Jonathan coded. There's Josh Shugan, I think his name was.
Oh, Jashigan, who's played by that Australian actor whose name I can't remember. Yeah, he's just kind of like a cameo in this. Jashigan.
Josh Shugan.
Yeah,
Jonathan.
it is Jonathan. It is Jonathan coded, but no, that was actually a guy in the manga. He
Yeah.
comes in a little bit more later, because he's a motorball guy. So in that whole arc of motorball-ish stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but which we got a little bit of here. That was just an awesome. I love that motorball scene. So great. Um, the fight scene in the sewers, also the Gruishka fight in the sewers. Yeah, I think that's also another thing that stands out is that like all the fights are just very like they're all very readable. They're all really distinct though. They're all very like memorable in terms of like how they're all set. Like the settings of all of them are all really interesting and varied,
Mm.
which I really like. But yeah, against Gruishka, he's got the chain, his chain hand that
Yeah.
Hugo had jacked from that other guy, and I love that. Just like all the like, having to avoid like spider webs
Mm-hmm.
practically. It's like whoa, you gotta get out of the way. Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, all really great. All really great. Christoph Waltz. is in this movie, and I think he's
Mm.
great. I think he's a warm, welcome presence on the screen
Mm.
the whole time.
When you don't like when you first see him, there's like an undertone of like there's got to be some shadiness to this guy. At least that's the impression I got. I'm like, this guy, there's gonna be he's up to no good or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
And
kind of
that
subverts that.
exact it plays out pretty much this from what I remember from the manga. So it's been a little bit since I've read it, but it plays out pretty much the same way. Like after he repairs her, he gives her a new body. He starts kind of like disappearing at night, and then there's just like this weird stuff going on. So she trails him, and then she originally thinks he's going to be attacking somebody, but it's ultimately he's a hunter warrior. So he's a good guy. He's one of the good guys, and bounty hunter, and he's got that cool hammer thing, this rocket hammer.
Yeah, it's like a Soul Calibur weapon.
It's that does feel like a Soul Calibur weapon for sure. It's like Astaroth has got one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I was thinking of.
yeah.
But yeah, I wish I liked it more. I don't want to sit here to shit on it. So, I mean, it's like, I just didn't like emotionally. I wasn't that invested. I didn't. And the relationship, like I said, didn't really work for me. And then she creepily is sitting on the windowsill or like crouching on the windowsill. And then I kind of found it more funny than anything when Hugo jumped up and got sliced up. I thought that was actually funny when his little body got sliced up.
Damn, that is cold. That is cold.
And then his little metal body falling. There's
Like,
something funny about it.
yeah.
No, she hits us with the no too.
Well, okay, so I think one of the things that like I don't know if everybody resonates with this is the same way that I do, but like I think one of the things that I really liked about it is that it doesn't like she is not like just the generic I'm a badass woman. It's like it has like she's a very like layered character. Like of course we see like she doesn't really know who she is, so she's got kind of like a very like childlike sort of wonder of the world when we were first starting out, and then of course as she learns more things she gets a little bit more jaded. But I think that there's a very endearing there's a significant endearment of the character to I would guess the reason that this resonates with a lot of people is that like she is a badass. She is somebody who is like she can kick ass basically. But she also has a lot of feminine characteristics too. It's not just like I'm tough lady. It's just like but she's also like very caring and nurturing and has a lot of like feminine warmth to her as well. And I think that sort of sets her apart a little bit from a lot of the like the sort of stereotypical badass woman tropes, sort of like Wonder Woman in a way. I like the original Wonder Woman, exact same reason why I loved that movie. It's very similar like characteristics and sort of the general portrayal of that sort of powerful femininity. Femininity. It's not whatever. I'm
Anemone.
Nemo in anemone.
That's
Yeah. And I don't know. I really that really resonates with me. I like that a lot, and that's why like the love story just like really works for me. I think that just is like it's just again. I don't think Hugo's performance is the strongest, but I resonate with it because Rosa Salazar's performance is so good that it sort of almost makes up for a little bit of the weakness in that regard. And I really buy into the relationship just because of her performance in that, and it's great. I and that sells it for me. Most of the time, you do need that charisma, and I think they do have some. He's just this is not quite as, he's not quite as there as she is, I'd say. But
Yeah, just to give a little bit of the cheesy, like young adult vibes to it, which is fine. But he said you are the most human person I have ever met. I was like that.
He
I saw
does
that
hit you with
coming.
that. Yeah, it's
That's
true.
what-
He does hit you with that. He does, yeah. Yeah. The music is fantastic in this movie. I really like the score a lot. It's very fun. It's exciting. It's the world building too. Another really cool thing. I love how there's like, I don't remember it being necessarily this way in the manga, but I do like how it's like, what's with all the like, there's tons of different languages. You see like German, and you see, I mean, even in the names for people, you get like German and Spanish and French, and you get like all this, like, it's this weird melange of people and languages on billboards and stuff. Is all, there's like Japanese, there's Chinese, there's German, I love it. And like Alita herself, Rosa Salazar, is Latina, so it's like you get some Spanish stuff in there too. It's just such a cool. Oh, and also cameo by Michelle Rodriguez.
I knew that
too.
as soon as I heard her.
Yeah.
There she is. This is the Dungeons and Dragons crossover from
there it is. Yeah,
Jonathan to Josh Agon.
Yeah,
and now Michelle Rodriguez. Right. Whereas,
there we go. I love me some Michelle Rodriguez is great. I love her. She's
where's
great.
what's his name? Bradley Cooper. Where's he at? Any more Bradley Cooper synergy?
Where's he at? No. Also, did you catch who Nova is played by?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's Edward Norton.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's fine because that sets up for the future.
I'm
talking
about the future. We're talking about a hypothetical future,
Edward
though.
Norton.
It did nothing for me.
It is very hypothetical. It is hypothetical.
So I'm saying,
it is very hypothetical.
The best movies can be a perfect standalone story, and I'd be satisfied walking away. I know I'm not satisfied walking away because you tease us with a lot of lore and world building, but it's like, I can't wait to see this fleshed out more, or I can't see you made a declaration of war at the end. You can't just cuck me like that.
I feel like it may have been because I feel like they did a decent enough job of, I would say, ending it in a way. If they hadn't had maybe that moment, it probably would have worked. If she just like throws herself into Motorball, like that's just like, that's kind of what we get from that. It's like, oh, there's room for a sequel there, but instead we get like a full on declaration of I'm coming for you, and type of deal. So that maybe is, not the best, but because I think aside from that I think it works well enough as a standalone. But
right. Because even if you look at a lot of their franchise films we reviewed, I think most of them do a pretty good job of being standalone. It's not like, man, if we don't get the other part, except for like when you get to, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1. But it's like at that point they already knew that they could make as many as they needed to. What else?
Well, there's also Dead Man's Chest, but they'd already filmed
I was thinking that
at the same time. So,
but yeah, most of these they already have an indication, like they've already made gangbusters in the box office like previously, so hard comparison to make. But a lot of weird character designs with the faces on them and like long metal arms and stuff, like as when everybody was like about to try to kill her there, and that cues all the action there.
The Motorball scene, I do love that, where it's just like they're trying to kill you, and she's like looks over, which ones? All of them, and then she looks over there, and they're all like leering in, staring at her.
It was just a clear setup to be like, all right, let's see what she can do. And then Zapan gets his face cut off. My face, and his tongue sticking out. So
that's another line that always makes me laugh. This bitch broke my nose.
So there's the whole like plot moment where it's like there's the bounty on Hugo, and it's like this whole like cheat loophole about how he's dead, but we can still bring him back and into this other body. I'm thinking of it. It's like, wouldn't you think that that'd be such an exploitative, like a more easily exploited thing in this world that you would think of?
No, not really, because the whole thing is the only reason that she could keep him alive like that was because of how
her
powerful her core is.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you can't do that with other.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily be able to do that with other cyborgs, but
that's the whole moment. It's a whole moment where she claims the bounty, essentially, and she's like, "I would give my life if I could." Maybe you can. I knew they were gonna do a little. There's always a switcheroo like that. If this love interest dies a little too early, it's like, what are we gonna just have her be by herself now? Come on, gotta save her.
Yeah, it would be, well, that's the revenge arc, which she goes on anyways.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe I would like the manga more for some reason. It just strikes me as like I would maybe like it more than that, because the face did just bother me. It was so
well, she does. I mean, yeah, I mean, she does look. I would say like it works. I probably would work better for, because she does still kind of have like that feature that's different from other people in the manga, but it's a lot more. I think it's probably more easily digestible, because it's all the same art style by the artist, the mangaka, and he was a very big fan of this movie. I think he said on his blog, I think he said he'd seen it. He went and saw it like a dozen times or something. He was just very happy that it got an adaptation that he was pleased with, and that was like, I was like, that's super wholesome. That's nice.
Well, that's good. I mean,
yeah,
if people love it, I'm not gonna.
Doesn't mean that everyone.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that anyone else has to love it per se. But
you can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. You know, if it's special to a lot of people, that's cool. But I did see, just looking at it briefly online, there's a little bit of divisiveness to it. I mean,
yeah,
I see more positive than negative, I guess, but still, there's like a split.
I think it's definitely. I would say it's more of like fan positivity. I remember I took a group of friends to see this. The girl that one of my friends was dating at the time. This might not be a winning endorsement, because it turns out she was insane. She's crazy, actually crazy. Like a. I'll tell you off camera. There's some stuff that happened with that, but no. But she was not she's not into stuff like this at all. But she loved it. She was just like such a big fan. She was like, good movies, and I was like, hey, I don't know, what can I say? I don't know.
Yeah, see, but now you can't say she's crazy because it works against you.
Yeah, no, but she is actually crazy though.
She's crazy, but for this one thing, it works.
Hey, everyone! My other friends liked it too. They did. They maybe weren't ranting and raving as much as I did about it, but they did enjoy it. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else on a little bad angel?
A little bit. You having a stroke over there? What is going on? Chocolate and oranges. They're both very good.
Iconic foods, yeah.
Iconic.
Couple iconic foods.
Yeah.
I did hear a random trivia fact that that the director made that chocolate. Did you know that?
Oh, really? I don't know.
Robert
Rodriguez made that chocolate?
He apparently just makes chocolate. Yeah. And so that's his chocolate.
Was he Willy Wonka? What is going on over here? That's amazing. I didn't hear that before, I don't think. Oh. Something about the movie I didn't know.
Yeah. All right. Also,
All right.
I like how she gets like the new suit shell thing that like conforms to her how she sees herself, and so she's like
Right.
she's older than you thought. She like grows up through the suit, and then suddenly she's like sexy to everyone, and suddenly Hugo and her like turned on, and she's talking about how her sensitivity sensors are higher now. It's like, what is going on here? It's about to
Love
get
that. That's
crazy.
kind of that's great. Love that.
I love that for them.
Love that. Love that for them. Yeah, I love these like cyberpunk worlds. They're very cool.
Yeah,
I like that genre
for
a
sure.
lot. So this isn't. I would say this is a lot more hopeful than a lot of. I haven't. Granted, I haven't finished the manga, so I don't know. It does. It certainly has its depressing moments, but I would say that there's much more of a tinge of hope than cyberpunk as a genre tends to have. Because cyberpunk is inherently very, very pessimistic.
Hmm.
But I love it. I've always loved it, and I always will.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love The Greatest Showman.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, flip. 6.
Now you came
Sorry.
down. You came
Sorry.
down on it. Damn.
That's kind of what I
I
was
came down
thinking
a little
going in.
bit
I didn't want to
too
be
soon for
too
that.
harsh coming
Yeah.
in, though.
Yeah.
Didn't want
Yeah.
to set us
Well,
off on the wrong foot.
got lifted up a little bit here. So that's was it 7.5 then?
Let's see. Tarqaron score 7.5. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the Tarqaron stamp of approval. And that's what I always said.
It is.
7.5
It is. It is. It is still a stamp of approval, though. We're one of our bigger splits. Now, Nintendo Switch, whatever, the 2 Welcome Tour, I think was our biggest split.
That's a
But
4-point split. And I feel like Greatest Showman was pretty big, too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty. That was also pretty split. But well, I'm glad you saw it. I knew you probably. I just thinking, I was like, Zach's probably going to be turned off a little bit by this. I don't care. I still want him to
You were
see it.
turned
It's one of
on.
my favorites. I love this movie. I love this movie. I really
Sensitivity
do.
sensor off the charts
Sensitivity
on this
sensors.
one.
I mean, what can I say? Just get yourself a little cyborg girlfriend. I don't know.
Wow.
She's not my girlfriend. We have
As
that
always.
whole thing.
Yeah. I thought she was giving me a little bit of crazy girlfriend vibes when she did do the thing in the windowsill, was staring at him while he's sleeping, and then
Maybe.
and
Oh
then took
no.
her heart out of her chest.
Maybe that's why she liked it. Maybe that's why she liked it, because it is a little intense. But you know,
Turn the sensitivity up. That's all I'm saying.
that loyalty is really that's an attractive trait.
She's the most human person he's ever met.
That's okay. All right.
How are you gonna say that and at the same time be pulling guys apart?
It's one of those what was it, intellectual dysfunction or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I
know the word you're looking for. Or what?
Yeah, I don't remember what I can't off the top of my head. But
Yeah,
there it is.
A little bit of Alita, Battle Angel, for you. I know my brother said he liked this movie too. I saw that he gave it like 4 stars on Letterboxd. So like it works or it doesn't for a lot of people.
My parents really liked it too, which I was very happy about. We went and saw it.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this video, I recommend a random Tarqaron video for you to check out next.
Random.
And that's the Mandalorian season 1 review. How about that?
Hey! I just saw a trailer. The trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu just dropped today, and I watched it. And
I saw that there was a trailer,
I was like, oh,
but I didn't look at it yet.
Yeah, I watched it, and I was like, oh, I kind of wish the Mandalorian was not with Grogu anymore.
Really? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Look at it because I'm not caught up. I'm just like, I feel like I shouldn't look at it yet. But
yeah, I'm not. I mean, technically, I'm not either. I still haven't seen season 3. So
yeah,
season 2 is great. I liked season 2 a lot, but I still haven't seen 3.
I thought Luke Skywalker had his hands on that thing. I don't know what's going on. Something must have happened.
Something happened. Something would happen.
Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, like the video. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Would you like Alita a little more than me, or a little less, or a little more than Alec?
Alita Army represent. If I can, get some
Mm-hmm.
people representing in the comments, that'd be great. If not, that's fine.
All
But
right.
but hey, here's hoping at some point we'll get Fallen Angel. That's
Mm,
the
it's
supposed
not
title of the
happening.
next one. So
It's not happening. It's been 6 years.
wow, it's hey, never say never, Zach. Never say
We'll get the
never.
Legacy sequel in a couple decades. But all right,
Oof.
here you go.
All right,
And
alrighty.
all right,